Florida's governor is calling Hurricane Ian a 500-year flood event. There have been at least 15 confirmed deaths, but that number is expected to rise once help can get into the most impacted areas. We've been looking at this video, and right now millions are without power.
Yeah, Jason Allen is live in Fort Myers, Florida for us tonight. And Jason, when we spoke to you this time yesterday, it was right as Ian was making landfall. It was tough to make out what was behind you, but now it's sunny. The skies are relatively clear. What are you seeing today?
It's pretty incredible damage, and we're on the southwest Florida coast right now in Fort Myers. You can see these boats behind me that have been lifted up out of the river onto dry ground. You'll see that as you make their way all the way down to the coastline. There are homes destroyed, there are businesses destroyed, even some communities that are still flooded today with people. The only way they can get in there is using small boats to access those neighborhoods. Sanibel Island streets looked like rivers the day after the southwestern Florida community took a direct hit from Hurricane Ian. The powerful storm caused flooding and fires and destroyed a chunk of the causeway, cutting off access to the barrier island.
It got hit with really biblical storm surge, and it washed away roads, it washed away structures.
Nearby Fort Myers also suffered widespread devastation. Downtown business owners surveyed the damage. Storm surge flooded the entire first floor of Wink TV, the CBS affiliate in Fort Myers, knocking the station off the air. State officials say the next couple of days are going to be critical for response teams, and they are urging people not to survey the damage themselves.
Let the crews get in there, do what they need to do. We're coming in full force. We've got a lot of people coming in there. We need you out of our way so we can get our job done.
While no longer a hurricane, the storm is far from over. In St. Augustine on the East Coast, heavy winds and storm surge pummeled the beach community. In Kissimmee, rescue crews brought a trapped family to safety.
They were just holding the baby. Somebody was standing on top of the dining room holding them up. But the water is at least halfway up the house.
Residents along Georgia's coast are now getting ready for Ian.
We got all of our bags the last few days.
Oh, wow.
And we're putting sump pumps in now.
Georgia's governor says while the state will be affected, the damage is not expected to be as bad as the destruction in Florida. Some people are going to be coming back to nothing. We know those who evacuated, not all of them have made their way back. Travel around the area because of the debris, the trees down, the power lines down. It's difficult. It's not impossible, but it's going to take a few days to clear most of the roads here in the region.
Yeah, Jason, you talk about the people who evacuated, but we know a number of people also decided to stay put and really weather this storm. So how are they faring right now? What do they need?
It's interesting because a lot of times after disasters like this, right, you hear the community kind of alive and you hear saws working, chainsaws. Didn't notice a lot of that today, some, but it was quiet. And in fact, some of the people we talked to, they were still looking things like, where can we find water? Where can we find food? Because even if they were prepared in this circumstance, there are some people in these exposed areas who lost everything. All of those supplies were washed away. So now they're looking for those to get through the next few days.
I have a dear friend who has extended family in Fort Myers, and she says her family is just in shock. So before you can even tackle anything, there's the shock and the trauma of what you've been through, what Jason showed us and what we're hearing about. All right, Jason, thank you so much for your reporting. Our weather team here at WUSA 9 is tracking Ian's path closely. You can get weather alerts anytime with the WUSA 9 app. Just take out your phone, point your camera at the QR code on your screen, and download the link. You're going to need it this weekend as we look at the remnants here of Ian.